Hey, hi. In this video, I'm going to discuss an issue about what if your PayPal account is suspended. Okay. What if your PayPal account is suspended? Can you create a new PayPal account? All right. Sometimes you may be creating a new account is suspended, or you have an old account and kind of down the road, maybe you didn't submit some documents and people kind of suspended your account, or whatever the reason your account was suspended for. Can you really create a new PayPal account? And if it's possible, can you use the same details you used? Can you use the same names? Can you use the same telephone? Oof, a lot of questions. So let's dive in. Okay. Now, if you ask this question from PayPal, of course, they will tell you like you can't create a new PayPal account, right? It depends. Maybe you don't keep records of what you sell online. Sometimes they can ask you for details about the transactions, and if you fail, it's fire you up. So usually an answer from PayPal may be no, but what if you still need to use PayPal to do some stuff? Okay, so unless PayPal suspended your account for illegal services, like maybe you're selling pirated stuff, maybe music. Okay, it may be a bit tricky, so um it's going to depend on how you were suspended. All right, for example, if you're suspended having a negative amount in your PayPal account, maybe you got a chargeback. Even if you create another account in your names, usually you may have issues with that account. Okay, so it depends on the offense that you did. Now, there's some instances when PayPal accounts are just suspended for no reason. People didn't even ask you any question, or you're just creating a new account, and kind of maybe the IP address you're using is bad, and your account got suspended. That is kind of a minor problem. I think you can just create a new one, or you can just call them, but you're considering if you're creating a new one. So if you're creating a new one, before you create a new one, make sure you create it from another browser. You didn't use the other one before. Okay. And secondly, try to fetch out your information. Okay, if you go to profile settings, you try to go to your you can't change the email. First of all, that is fine. You can't change the email, so it means you have to get a new email for a new account. But the number, sometimes you can update it. The reason why you have to update the number is if you don't update the number, you may not be able to use this number in a new PayPal account, or they can just keep on suspending you right away when you create the account with this number. So it's vital you fetch out some information that you really need, like a number. You can just do the update. When you click on update, you can when you click on update, you can just try to put in any other number, okay, or whatever the number that you may want. You just change the number to maybe a number which you don't use, okay, so that the current number, if this is the current number that you want to use into the new account, you kind of put the old number, then you use this number on the new one. So when an account is suspended, there's still something which you can change, like the phone number. All right, you can change the phone number. Then I think that's the only thing. Then your personal information, including the address, you can actually just use the same information. That is minor. But as I've told you, if you did a big offense, like maybe having chargebacks which you are running away from, that may be a bit tricky. Even if you create a new one, that minus will be carried on to the new one. But sometimes people kind of, I think, because it has a capability to know it's the same person creating a new account, but sometimes they lax on their, strictiveness. So if your offense was kind of minor, maybe using a VPN or something, okay, it's not minor to PayPal, but I'm saying like you didn't do really a crime, you didn't scam anyone, you didn't refuse to refund some money. So like this guy is just suspended you maybe for using two devices at the same time. Using two devices at the same time is kind of a minor issue. So if I'm suspended for using a phone and a laptop at the same time, I think that is a minor thing. Okay, that's a minor thing. This is your laptop, this is a phone, that is fine. I can just go ahead and create a new account. But you try to not, of course, you can't use your email, and you may get a new telephone line, or if you really want to stick to this line, you may have to update this one to any other line, right? That is possible. Although in some instances, if you are really pissed off people a lot, they can look up everything. Okay, so it depends on the level of how much you are pissed off PayPal. Okay, so you can create a new account, and this account you can actually delete it. It has to stay in the systems. Currently, for now, I think it stays there forever. Although after some years, it may just get issues when you're trying to log in. It may not recognize it's you, but that's one of the the issues. But you may have to just leave this account, then you just go with a new account. Okay, so that is something which I wanted to tell you about, you guys. If you're trying to create a new PayPal account, make sure you try to harvest out your number. Okay, try to change it to an old number which you don't use, so that you can use this number you're using in the old paper into another one. Then also, as I discussed in the other video which I've just made, if you are creating the new PayPal account, make sure the IP address you're using is clean. I discussed about the IP address in one of the videos which I made, like actually a video before this. I discussed about using a clean IP address, and I showed you how it's made and how you can change the IP address of your computer to another one in case you're using dynamic IP addresses. So that is it. And most cases, people ask, like, can you use the same ID? Yeah, you can actually use the same ID, but also considering the offense that you did. Okay. Yeah, if you are prohibited permanently for fraud, that is a big thing. You can't really just go on doing crime online and think you won't be caught. Okay, so that may be over for you on the platform, unless maybe you have to beg someone to help you, and that someone has to be actually have to trust you, because if you mess up his ID, it means it's him who is going to be in the issue. So be careful on using your PayPal. Okay, and so that is it. You can use your ID in a new PayPal account, but you may not use the telephone line, okay, unless you change it. Thank you.